Guys, what's going on? My name is Vasil, and I'm restoring this 1974 Columbia 45.
This here is the boat, currently sitting in the Coronado Bay.
In this episode, I bought a dinghy. Yes, I did. I'm trying to make sure this tripod doesn't fall over while we're rocking. So, guys, I finally bought a dinghy. It's not my dream dinghy, ain't gonna say that, but it will drastically change my life, and that will allow me to get on and off this boat with relative ease so I can move in and work full time. There she is, guys, floating next to the boat. So many great things to talk about here. So many great things. So this is a Avon dinghy. It measures in total 8.6 foot. Yes, it's a rhib, rigid hull inflatable boat, and no, it's not as big as I wanted. I know a lot of you guys were like, get a massive boat, and I would love a massive boat, but we do have requirements here. You can't keep anything over 12 foot on any of the dinghy lockups. So this, for me, solves my short-term issue with transportation, getting to and from this boat in an expedited fashion, and that will allow me to do that. I can also haul trash on this. Yes, I can, but it's not as good as a bigger dinghy would have been, but I'll make that happen. Okay, guys, stepping into the dinghy. This is pretty nice. So, a couple of things. It came with this 6 horsepower Nissan 4-stroke motor. This thing's great. It's not lightning fast. I ain't gonna say that either. But it does get me to this boat in about 2 minutes, which is so much faster. That's like 5 to 6 times faster than what it took me to row it out here or use my electric motor. It also came with this transom mount gas tank. This thing's pretty crafty. I haven't seen one of these. I didn't even know these existed, but after seeing this thing, I don't even know why someone would use a normal gas tank. This transom thing is pretty awesome. It just mounts on the back of the transom and sits right there. It's a three gallon tank, and that's plenty for now. This is a pull start motor, so no fancy electronics here. No on and off switch, no electric start. It's just a crank. And then a couple of other things about this boat that are pretty awesome, I guess. So the previous owner had installed these guys. These are apparently a really expensive upgrade. They're like $500. What you could do with them is either mount a ladder, so you can go ahead and scuba dive or snorkel off the boat and then climb back on pretty comfortably, or you can use these for your davits once you have them on the sailboat to bring this thing up into a comfortable resting position against the stern of the boat. So that's pretty cool. Again, $500 upgrade that the previous owner had done on this little dinghy. Another thing that's really awesome about this dinghy is being a rib. A lot of things are a lot more stable, so I can stand on the center portion and then climb up to the deck a lot easier. There we go. To use one hand. So that makes my life a lot easier, especially when I'm unloading trash, because I can just put the trash on deck and then be much higher on the dinghy when I'm getting ready to take the trash into the dinghy. Couple notable things about the purchase of this dinghy is one, the owner was awesome. Ended up getting the dinghy from him, and he had given me a whole bunch of extras. Some of the extras: 4 life jackets. So I actually needed life jackets because I don't have any on board, and when I do finally take my maiden voyage, I will need life jackets. So that is very nice. He gave me 4 extra life jackets. I got some navigation lights. He also gave me an extra impeller for the motor. He gave me a terminal because he found out I was messing with the boat. Gave me a spark plug, and he gave me a electric 12-volt pump in case I wanted to use that to pump up the rib. I also have a foot pump as well. And guys, I'm saving the best for last. This guy also gave me a generator. Yep, yes sir, indeed. He gave me a generator. Literally, we were finalizing the deal, and he was like, "Hey man, do you need a generator?" Yes sir, yes I do. I very much so need a generator. So this is what he gave me. Smarter Tools 2000 watt SynPower Pro generator. It's powered by Yamaha engine. No, this thing does not run right now. He said that something's wrong with the carbs. It should be an easy clean, but he offered it to me for free, and I took it. So there we go. Now I just got to mess with this thing and get this started. And as you guys know, this is one of the major things that I needed. I needed a generator, I needed a dinghy, and I needed a camping toilet. So 2 of the 3 things have been taken care of, and the toilet is on the way. So I'm going to call that a pretty effective week. I was able to track this dinghy down. go pick it up on the same day, and got all of these extras, which all of them I really did need. I needed the generator really bad. Life jackets were on my to-do list, and the Dinghy has a 4-stroke 6 horsepower engine, which is going to get me to and from shore relatively quickly. The Dinghy wheels are on the way. That's the only thing about that boat, is with the motor, it is quite heavy. So with the tides here in the wintertime, it's kind of a pain in the ass to drag that thing around. But I think tomorrow the Dinghy wheels arrive, so I can put that on and see how much better that makes my life. Now that speed is on my side, we can go very, very fast. It's time to put that speed to work and clean out some of this boat. These are first on my list. It's the old convection oven and the old dishwasher. So these gotta go. They were not very comfortable to put on my other Dinghy, so let's try it with this Dinghy. Again, two minute ride to the beach. Notable difference with loading this Dinghy, and it's a big one, is I can actually stand on that step or stand on the side. That gives me the ability to stand much closer to this ladder, so when I'm unloading stuff from the deck, it's so much more comfortable because I don't have to reach as far. I don't have to do like an overhead press with the trash to bring it down, and because I can stand on the edge, I can be much closer to the boat. So in terms of loading, it is so much easier to load this than it was my previous Dinghy. The only thing is, you guys had mentioned this, it is a rib, so with trash I have to be extremely careful not to pop the floatable pieces. I'm going to take these one at a time. So I loaded up the convection oven. The dishwasher is going to stay for the next trip, and for the remainder of this trip I still have some room in the Dinghy. I'm going to dress this thing right here, so it's completely falling apart, so I might as well just carry it off pretty closely. But anything in here that I really don't need, I'm gonna take a look. I got a lot of old hoses and some tarps that I brought on, but these need to be better organized. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here that basically needs to be organized, and whatever's trash needs to go into the trash. Take this out, see what else is in there. Yeah, there's a good amount of trash in here, and let's take this out. Okay guys, I'm in the Dinghy. I got a couple of things. Got the convection oven, and I got some other trash. Let's lower this motor into the water. It's as simple as that. And this thing does not start right away. It does have a choke, but I believe the carbs need a little bit of cleaning. So let's prime it so we get some gas, and hopefully this thing starts in a couple of pulls. There we go. Lower that. While that chokes up, let's disconnect the boat. This is so much easier in this Dinghy because I can stand so much higher. Make sure this is inside, and look, I'm stable going pretty high. This is so much faster than before. It's kind of this is like light speed compared to what it used to be, and this is full throttle. So moving pretty good. This thing's putting out some good water, and we're approaching the beach. You guys got a chance to see what this thing handles like in the water, and I just realized it's not the best trash Dinghy. That it is not, and a couple of you guys had warned me about that. However, I think what this Dinghy is for me is the ability to be on this boat full time. So I do need a commuter Dinghy, and this thing is perfect. It's very stable. It's got that 6 horsepower engine, which pushes me along pretty well, and I've been dreaming about this moment for a long time because the rib does not make a lot of noise when it bounces up against the boat. My old Dinghy, being fiberglass, anytime the waves push the Dinghy along the hull, it woke me up at night nonstop. So there's probably like a dozen or more times throughout the night where I would hear a loud bang, and that was the Dinghy coming to say hello on the outside hull of the boat. So this thing being an inflatable on the outside is fantastic. This thing should be pretty quiet at night. So What I want to do right now is go out there and set up 2 rigging ropes so I can actually put it on tension against the hull, because again, this one is far more stable than the other one, so even if it does roll on either side, it is not going to capsize. The other one had a chance of capsizing. So let's go ahead and tie this boat off with 2 attachment points and see how she does against the hull. It's already so much better. So I do have a couple bumpers that I bought recently, so I have 4 total, but I basically put the bumpers along the side of the boat. We got a primary line that goes over there and the secondary line that attached to the rear that goes over there. But this is so much quieter. It's just under tension against the bumpers, and I can sleep soundly at night. Oh my god. Let's talk price for this dinghy. So I've been looking for probably about 4 months, 5 months since I've had this boat to see what the dinghy market is, and I paid $1,100 for that dinghy. So that is a very good Avon dinghy, which I'm pretty sure brand new was around $6,000 to $7,500. And this one is in quite remarkably good condition. So it's a little bit dirty from having been on the beach for a couple days, but besides that, structurally there's almost no tears, and there are no leaks. It doesn't leak, which is probably one of the only ones I've found that hasn't leaked. That Nissan 6 horsepower 4-stroke motor by itself for good condition is about $500 to, I'm going to say $900 is what I found. So getting a perfectly good dinghy that is a rib with a fiberglass bottom. This is not a soft bottom. This is a fiberglass bottom, which is awesome. And that motor for $1,100, not including the free generator, the 4 life jackets, and all the other accessories that I got with this purchase. I think overall, this is a fantastic deal. So this dinghy is going to allow me to live on this boat full time. I can daily commute this thing to the beach and then walk to my car or my motorcycle and then be off to work. The other great thing about having a dinghy like this is it gives me some flexibility. So you guys had mentioned before about using my previous dinghy as a barge. I think that's a fantastic idea. I can go ahead and put any trash I need into that dinghy, and it's fiberglass, so it won't risk any damage to the inflatable portion of the boat. I can load that up pretty substantially and then just tow it behind this dinghy if I need to do a heavy haul. The other thing I was thinking is that engine is pretty light, and so is that transom tank that holds the gas. Obviously it depends on how much gas it has in it, but I'll keep my eye out for just a dinghy from now on. So if I can snag a good deal on either a much longer rib or a solid aluminum or fiberglass boat that I can mainly use as my trash haul out boat or transportation boat for like really large things that I need to get on this boat, I can just easily switch that transom tank and motor and be on my way. So overall, this is going to be my daily commuter. It's going to achieve that function very beautifully, and it gets me here in record time. I can't believe how fast I'm getting here relative to what it used to be. So next step is to mount some dinghy wheels on that so I can easily commute from the beach to the water, and then go from there. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week.